Hello to all the dreamers, the fighters, and the high performers out there. Welcome back to English Listening Lab. I want you to take a second and look at your hands. Right now, in this very moment, those hands are holding the most precious, most non-renewable resource in the universe, your time. But let me ask you a question that most people are terrified to answer. Are you truly living your life with intention, or is your life just happening to you? Are you the captain of your ship, or are you just a passenger waiting for the wind to blow you in a random direction? Most people in this world wake up like they are walking through a thick, gray fog. They are reactive, not proactive. They wake up because they have to, not because they want to. They let the world, the news, the stressful notifications, and the opinions of strangers on social media decide how they should feel before they've even had a glass of water. But you are here because you want more. You are here because you know deep in your soul that there is a version of yourself that is stronger, faster, more confident, and more successful than the person you see in the mirror today. The bridge between the person you are today and the person you want to become isn't a secret. It's not a miracle, and it's not a stroke of luck. It is a routine. Success is not a lightning bolt that hits you one day while you are sitting on the couch. It is a slow, steady, intentional fire that you build every single morning before the rest of the world is even awake. If you want to own your destiny, you must first own your morning. Because the way you spend your first 60 minutes is the GPS for the rest of your day. If the GPS is broken or programmed with garbage, you will get lost in the forest of distraction. But if it's clear, sharp, and focused, you will conquer every mountain in your path. Today on English Listening Lab, I'm not just sharing tips or tricks. I'm giving you a survival guide for greatness. These 7 habits are the pillars of every global leader, elite athlete, and visionary thinker in history. We are going to dive deep into how you can rebuild your morning, reclaim your stolen energy, and master the English language all at the same time. This isn't for the person who wants to stay comfortable. This is for the person who is ready to rise. Let's begin this journey together. Habit 1. Wake up at the same time every day. No excuses. Imagine a soldier in the middle of a critical battle. If that soldier sleeps through the alarm while the enemy is moving, the battle is lost before it even begins. Your life is your battle, and the alarm clock is your very first enemy. This habit is not actually about being early, though early is good. It is about being consistent. It is about building a character that keeps promises to itself. When you set an alarm for 6:30 a.m. and you actually get out of bed when it rings, you are doing more than just waking up. You are telling your subconscious mind, my word is law. I am a person of integrity. I am a person who follows through. This builds a foundation of self-trust. Think about the psychology of the snooze button for a moment. When you hit snooze, what are you actually doing? You are literally telling your dreams to wait. You are saying that 5 minutes of fake, shallow, low-quality sleep is more important than your future. This creates a losing mindset that follows you everywhere. If you can't even beat a plastic clock on your nightstand, how are you going to beat the competition in the real world? When you start your day by procrastinating on the very first task, waking up, you set a theme of procrastination for the next 16 hours. Now, imagine the power of the rise. You wake up, and even though your body is warm and the room is cold, even though your brain is begging you to stay under the covers, you stand up immediately. This physical act of discipline sends a shock wave of confidence through your brain. You aren't waking up because you have to go to a job you hate. You are waking up because you have a mission. Scientific research shows that your brain thrives on rhythm. A consistent wake-up time balances your circadian rhythm, regulates your hormones, and sharpens your cognitive focus. It makes you feel awake much faster. Choose a time. It doesn't have to be 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. It just has to be your time, and defend it like a fortress. Even on Saturdays, especially on Sundays. When you maintain this rhythm, you stop being a victim of your biological clock and you start being its master. This is how you build a mind that cannot be broken by the small inconveniences of life. Habit 2. Don't touch your phone for the first 60 minutes. Your mind in the morning is a sacred space. When you first open your eyes, your brain is in a state of high suggestibility. It's like a calm, clear mountain lake. It is peaceful, still, and pure. But the moment you pick up that phone and start scrolling, it's like throwing a bucket of mud and heavy rocks into that lake. The water becomes cloudy, the peace is shattered, and the clarity is gone. Most people in the modern world spend their first hour of the day in a state of digital reaction. They are reacting to bad news, reacting to stressful work emails, reacting to the perfect lives of influencers, and reacting to the opinions of strangers. You are essentially letting the entire world into your bedroom before you've even put on your socks. Why would you let a stranger's angry post or a stressful headline be the first thing that enters your brain? When you check social media first thing in the morning, you are inviting thousands of voices to scream at you. You are subconsciously comparing your messy, real-life morning hair to someone's carefully filtered vacation photo from 3 years ago. It's a toxic trap for your dopamine system. It makes you feel behind before the day has even started. It creates a sense of not being enough. Instead, I want you to try a digital fast. For the first 60 minutes, the phone stays in another room. It stays off. It stays silent. This hour belongs to you and only you. This is the time to build your internal strength. Instead of looking at a screen, splash cold water on your face. Feel the temperature. Look out the window and watch the sun come up. Let your own thoughts, your own original ideas, be the loudest thing you hear. This hour is for your soul to breathe. When you protect this time, you develop a level of focus that is incredibly rare today. Most people can't go 10 minutes without looking at a screen. If you can go 60, you are already ahead of 90% of the population. You move from being a consumer of other people's garbage to being a creator of your own life. You will find that your anxiety levels drop significantly, and your ability to solve complex problems increases because you haven't cluttered your mind with digital junk before breakfast. Habit 3. Move your body. Activate your power. There is a powerful saying, motion creates emotion. If you wake up feeling depressed, tired, unmotivated, or flat, it is often because your body has been still for too long. You are not a statue. You are a biological machine designed for movement. When you wake up and move, you are literally turning on the lights in the house of your mind. Think of your body as a battery. Many people think they should save their energy, but the body doesn't work that way. The body generates energy through use. By doing just 10 to 15 minutes of movement, whether it's yoga, a few sets of push-ups, or a brisk walk around the block, you are pumping fresh, oxygenated blood into your brain and waking up every cell in your system. When you exercise, your body releases a cocktail of success chemicals, endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. This is the natural, healthy way to get high on life. It clears the brain fog that keeps most people feeling slow and confused. And here is the secret for our community here at English Listening Lab. Use this movement time to stack your habits. While you are stretching or walking, listen to English. Repeat the sentences out loud. This combination of physical movement and language learning is incredibly effective. It's called total physical response. Your brain remembers words better when the body is active. Don't wait until you feel like exercising. Motivation is a feeling that comes after you start. Movement is the cause of energy, not the result of it. Stand up, reach your arms to the ceiling, feel your muscles wake up, and realize that you are a person of action. A still body leads to a still, stagnant dream. A moving body creates a moving, unstoppable life. Habit 4. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. In a world that is constantly screaming, shouting, and fighting for your attention, silence is the ultimate luxury. But for the successful person, silence is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Most people are actually terrified of silence. Why? Because when it's quiet, they have to listen to their own thoughts. They have to face their own fears, their own doubts, and their own insecurities. But you must face the silence to master your mind. If you cannot sit with yourself in a quiet room for 5 minutes, how can you expect to lead a team, build a business, or raise a family? You must be able to stand the sound of your own soul. This isn't about complex, mystical meditation. It's about mental housekeeping. Every single day, our minds get cluttered with thousands of useless, repetitive, and often negative thoughts. Silence is how you sweep the floor of your mind. Sit down in a chair or on the floor. Close your eyes. Just be. Don't try to solve your financial problems. Don't try to plan your dinner. Just listen to the sound of your breath entering and leaving your body. When a thought comes, and it will, don't fight it. Just acknowledge it and let it go. This simple 5-minute practice lowers your cortisol levels, the stress hormone. It trains your focus muscle. It prepares you to stay calm when things get chaotic later in the day. A person who practices silence cannot be easily rattled by a rude comment or a minor mistake. When the world starts shouting at you at 2 p.m., you will have a quiet center that keeps you stable like the eye of a hurricane. In the silence, you don't always find answers, but you find the clarity to ask the right questions. Habit 5. Write down your top 3 priorities. There is a massive, life-altering difference between doing things and getting things done. Most people spend their lives being busy. They answer 50 unimportant emails. They tidy their desk 3 times. They run errands. And by 5 p.m., they are exhausted. But if you ask them, what did you actually achieve today that brings you closer to your dream? They usually can't answer. This is fake work. It's a form of procrastination. To be truly successful, you must move from being a shotgun to being a sniper. A shotgun fires hundreds of small pellets in every direction, but it has no range and no precision. A sniper fires one shot that hits the target a mile away. Your day needs the big 3. Every morning, after you've had your silence and your movement, get a physical notebook. Avoid using your phone for this. There is a powerful connection between the hand and the brain when you use a pen. Ask yourself, what are the 3 things that, if I finish them today, will make me feel like I won the day? And here is your task. Write these priorities in English. Write, Priority 1. Complete the first draft of my project. Priority 2. Study 20 new English verbs from English Listening Lab. Priority 3. Have a difficult conversation with my manager. By writing them down, you create a contract with your future self. You stop overthinking and start executing. When you have a clear list, you don't waste precious mental energy wondering, what should I do next? You just move from victory to victory. If you win 3 battles every day, you will win the war of your life. Habit 6. Read something powerful. Your mind is a reflection of the information you consume. It's the law of garbage in, garbage out. If you eat junk food, your body becomes weak and sick. If you consume junk information, gossip, sensationalist news, or mindless entertainment, your mind becomes weak and anxious. Most people start their day with news that they will forget in an hour and that they have no power to change. This is a total waste of your brain's highest potential. Instead, use your morning to download wisdom and strategy from people who are smarter, wiser, and more experienced than you. Read 10 pages of a book that makes you think deeply. It could be about history, leadership, psychology, or the biography of someone you admire. When you read in the morning, you are taking the best, most refined thoughts of a genius and making them a part of your own thinking process. For you, as a dedicated student of English, this is a golden opportunity. Read an inspiring book in English. Don't worry if you don't understand every single word or grammar structure. Focus on the message. Let the book be a mirror that shows you your own potential. Reading isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about changing the very software of your brain. It expands your vocabulary, yes, but it also expands your perspective. A person who reads is never truly alone and never truly stuck, because they have access to the greatest ideas of humanity. Make it a rule. No social media until you've read 10 pages of something that builds you up. Habit 7. Speak or think in English for 5 minutes. Your language is the boundary of your world. If you want a bigger world, more money, and more opportunities, you need a bigger language. At English Listening Lab, we believe that English is the language of global opportunity. But you cannot just be a passive listener. You cannot just watch English. You have to own it. And ownership comes from your own voice. Every morning, you need to activate your English identity. This is what I call the mirror practice. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and speak. Yes, it might feel a little bit strange or awkward at first. But remember, greatness always feels strange in the beginning. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself what you are going to achieve today. Tell yourself why you are working so hard. Say out loud, "Today, I am going to be the best version of myself. I am learning English because I want to connect with the world and create a better life for my family. My English is getting better every single day." This habit does something magical. It connects your identity to the language. You stop being someone who is trying to learn English, and you become an English speaker. You build the confidence to speak in public because you have already practiced speaking in private. Your voice is a tool. You must sharpen it every morning. When you speak with conviction and power in the morning, you will speak with authority and clarity in the afternoon. Conclusion: your new life starts tomorrow. There you have it, the 7 pillars of a transformed life. These habits are not a quick fix or a magic pill. They are a way of life. If you do them once, nothing will happen. If you do them for a week, you will feel better. But if you do them every single day until they become as natural as breathing, you will become a person that your old self wouldn't even recognize. You have the power to rewrite your story. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed in the past. Your new life starts the very next time you open your eyes. Don't let your past tell you who you are. Let your habits show the world who you are becoming. I believe in your journey. I know that greatness is within your reach. If you are ready to commit to this new life and master your English along the way, subscribe to English Listening Lab. We are here to support your growth, your language skills, and your life every single step of the way.